Welcome back to Explified, your go-to channel for mastering the IELTS exam and more. Today, we're going to talk about something that can make or break your success in IELTS: common mistakes. Many test takers, even those who are well prepared, fall into traps that can cost them precious points. But don't worry, today we'll highlight the most common mistakes in each section of the IELTS exam and, more importantly, how to avoid them.
So, let's dive in.
Section 1. General mistakes across all IELTS sections. Before we break it down section by section, let's start with some common mistakes that apply to the entire exam. Poor time management. Many candidates struggle with completing each section within the allotted time. It's easy to get stuck on difficult questions, but remember, you need to move on if you're spending too long. Practice with real IELTS tests under timed conditions to train yourself to answer efficiently. Not following instructions carefully. IELTS is not just testing your language skills, but also your ability to follow instructions. Whether it's the word limit in the writing section or the type of response required in listening, make sure you understand exactly what is being asked. Not answering all the questions. Leaving answers blank is a huge mistake. Even if you're unsure of the answer, always give it a shot. There's no penalty for incorrect answers, so make an educated guess if needed. Ignoring the importance of vocabulary and grammar. Accuracy is crucial for a high band score. Don't focus only on fluency. Make sure you're using a wide range of vocabulary and varied sentence structures. Also, double-check your work for grammatical errors. Section 2. Common mistakes in the IELTS listening section. Now, let's talk about some typical mistakes people make in the listening section. Not checking for spelling and grammar errors. You'll lose points if your answers are spelled incorrectly or if they don't fit grammatically. When transferring your answers to the answer sheet, take a moment to check for errors. Getting distracted by distractors. The IELTS listening section often includes distractors, false starts, or changes in information. If you catch a speaker correcting themselves or changing the details, make sure you update your answer accordingly. Not using the time given to read questions. Before each listening segment, you'll have some time to read the questions. Use this time wisely to predict what kind of information you need to listen for. This will help you stay focused and catch key details. Section 3. Common mistakes in the IELTS reading section. The reading section comes with its own set of challenges, and there are some mistakes you should be cautious of. Reading every word. You don't have time to read each passage in full. Instead, use skimming and scanning techniques to find the answers quickly. Focus on keywords in the questions and match them with the relevant sections in the text. Not paying attention to synonyms. IELTS questions often paraphrase the text, meaning you won't always find the exact words from the questions in the passage. Improve your ability to recognize synonyms and related phrases to avoid this mistake. Misunderstanding true, false, not given questions. Many students confuse false with not given. Remember, if the information contradicts the passage, it's false. If there's no information on the topic at all, it's not given. Practice identifying this difference before test day. Section 4. Common mistakes in the IELTS writing section. Writing is often the trickiest section for many candidates, especially when aiming for a band score of 7 or higher. Here's what to avoid. Ignoring task requirements. For Task 1, some candidates don't fully describe the data, while for Task 2, others fail to provide clear arguments. Make sure you address all parts of the task and stick to the word count, 150 words for Task 1 and 250 for Task 2. Using informal language in academic writing. IELTS writing tasks require formal language, especially in Task 2. Avoid contractions like can't or slang words like cool. Instead, use full forms and academic vocabulary. Repeating vocabulary and sentence structures. You'll score higher for lexical range and grammatical variety. Don't repeat the same words or sentence patterns. Instead, use synonyms and different sentence structures to show a wider range of language. Not planning before writing. Many candidates rush into writing without a clear plan, which leads to disorganized essays. Take a few minutes to outline your main points, and make sure your essay has a clear introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. Section 5. Common mistakes in the IELTS speaking section. Last but not least, let's talk about the speaking section. Many candidates make avoidable mistakes here that impact their score. Giving short, one-word answers. The examiner wants to hear you speak at length, so avoid short answers like yes or no. Expand on your points by giving reasons, examples, or anecdotes. This will also show your ability to use a range of vocabulary and grammar. Memorizing answers. Some candidates prepare memorized answers for common topics, but this can backfire. Examiners are trained to spot memorized responses, and this will lower your score. Instead, practice speaking naturally about a variety of topics. Overusing fillers like and. While it's natural to hesitate a little, excessive use of fillers like can hurt your fluency score. Practice speaking smoothly and take your time to think before answering rather than filling the silence with unnecessary words. Mispronunciation of words. Pronunciation matters in the speaking section, so focus on clarity. Even if you have an accent, it's important that your speech is easy to understand. Record yourself speaking and identify any pronunciation issues you can work on. Final encouragement. So, how do you avoid these common IELTS mistakes? The answer is simple. Practice smart, stay focused, and pay attention to detail. By identifying these pitfalls and actively working on them in your preparation, you'll be in a much stronger position to achieve your desired band score. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Explified for more IELTS tips, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Best of luck with your IELTS prep, and we'll see you next time on Explified.